Alright, let's see if this thing is actually picking up my voice. Looks like it should be. Oh, watching now, we've got one person. Should be Evan. One can only hope. Okay, hiding that. Chat's at the top. Thingamabobbers. Sharing with things. Nice. Scholar of Lizard Town. Okay, cool. So you can hear me? Curious what the delay is. Oh, there should be no added delay. So as soon as you hear me type ostrich, as soon as you heard me say, oh, confusing. What? 2 people watching. Okay, okay. So there's a significant delay, but it's not so bad. Alright. I don't think I'm going to be able to see the chat. If you actually want to live chat me, probably have to do it through Steam, I guess. Steam. Can I share that somewhere? Steam. Oh, actually, whatever. Oops, did I kill it? No. Did I screw it up? Alright, well, anyway, awesome. Glad you're here. I am gonna start a new game, just for playtesting purposes, using my new strategic sense overhaul. And I'm gonna not be... You're only gonna be able to reach me on Steam. My username is Phwop, P-H-W-O-P, on Steam. I will check the chat, but probably not very often on YouTube. This is just to test out the stream, and to, because this isn't a series yet, I'm just kind of play testing my newest combination of all 3 of my mods. That's Tactical Sense, Strategic Sense, and Nemesis all in one. Strategic Sense, no one has seen yet. Always reduce beginner voice options. I don't play on Iron Man because I may have screwed things up with my mod and need to reload saves and testing and all that. Alright, so most important for Strategic Sense. Let me take a break. Okay, you guys are watching. Oh, I see the delay. Okay, anyway. Most important for Strategic Sense, you must have Dynamic War, and you should definitely play with We Are Legion. Dynamic War, this will increase the tempo of missions, and since I want the increased mission, it is totally balanced for more missions. You get more soldiers with We Are Legion, so the missions should be... Anyway, these are like required for this mod. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You can play without them, but your experience is your own problem at that point. For For this one, I'm going to play with perfect information so that we can see what the aliens are doing. Otherwise, I suggest you always play with red fog. Results driven is your choice, but you get very low starting panic, despite this being what was once impossible. So results driven should be a lot more manageable than it might be. Not so bad. It is a pure issue. Red fog is actually incredibly important for your success. Wounding enemies as a tactical option is really important. Results driven is a pure negative for the player, but it's definitely it should be manageable in my mod, as I've reduced relative panic amounts, even including the dynamic war reduction. Or the dynamic war changes the pace. I have even gone further to reduce panic for missed missions, so you can pass on abductions. Maybe not terror missions, but abductions aren't so bad. HE trigger tentacles, I like that. That's pure negative for you. Commander's choice, pure positive for the player, really good. And aiming angles is good for aliens and you. I think it's really solid. So once again, dynamic war, we are Legion, gotta haves. Crumbling Hope. So this mod is available to the public. It says it's not finished yet, but it's probably close. Normal, classic, and brutal are not possible choices right now. Only Crumbling Hope is actually balanced. So the most important change to there's a lot of changes to the strategic game. If you know how to play XCOM, then you'll know how to play the tactical game. The most important change to the strategic game is that countries will leave you when they have 30 or more panic. That's 1.5 bars, which is very, very low compared to original Longmore. So, how is that reasonable in any way? What you need is to have at least one satellite on each continent. This will cut their chance of leaving in half, and I may even make that better. And if they have a satellite over them, the chance is instead cut, I think it's like into a third. So if you really want to keep countries on your side, you need satellites spread all across the globe. So this has some interesting ramifications we'll go over as we do it. But primarily, you want to get satellites up around the world. Now, you're going to have a lot more cash. You're going to have a lot more starting income. You're going to have a lot more council income. And that's one of the reasons results driven. And you are expected to lose countries over time. You still lose a country automatically. I can't turn that off without making installation of my mod much harder. But I'll consider it once we get legit, and maybe I can attract some long war development time for people who know more. But yeah, those are the basics. Also, you'll need more interceptors. And remember, the interceptors on their own can actually detect UFOs in continental airspace. The air war is just as difficult as it was. Troops will level up just as fast as they did in the original Long War, except you'll have twice as many missions. So you'll have a lot of leveled troops.
Good luck, Commander.
You will have the same wound and fatigue times, however. So you're actually going to need more troops. You're going to use all your troops, most likely, and then some. You're just going to have to pass on some missions because you will not have enough troops. Alright, personally, there are 2 standout bonuses now. I think France is still exceptionally good, but I have made bonus engineers and bonus scientists about a third as effective by tripling the scale of everything. You do start off with 30 scientists and 30 engineers, but research takes 3 times as many scientist points, and the optimal number of engineers has been tripled for everything. Basically, it's the same. But one second. Real life calls. But yeah. So when you get 4 scientists or something from your first council mission, that's not going to be a 40% jump in research speed. It's going to be like a 13% jump. So, council request, a little bit nerf there. Alright. So, what else? This does include all my Nemesis changes, which makes damage reduction more effective. I would say that Shivs, Japan's striking bonus is going to be incredible. Better Shivs. Shivs are good. I gave Shivs a little extra hit points since they're going to get hit a lot more often. I would say that Russia's ability to launch satellites is incredibly good. I would say France's other bonus is not bad. 20 additional soldiers in the barracks. I may make soldiers more expensive. I also may make the time it takes to get them longer. And of course, there's plenty of other stuff. You can still upgrade your squad size, so you'll have 10, which makes any of the starting with experienced soldiers things look pretty good. We are... Let's go with Japan here. So if I understand this, this video will be available on my channel later. I'll throw it into some playlist. And maybe I will make a series of it. I am likely to restart as there are lots of the strategic variables may or may not work the way I think they do. I've just started testing.
All hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Okay, so for one, you'll note we start with 8 people. I think I've nailed the rifleman rack to reflex rack settings. I tend towards having more reflex rack as it makes for better Overwatch. I've changed a lot of perk names. They're all the same perks. I haven't changed any of the processes. Rifleman racks, of course, have 1 more ammo. That's 4 ammo instead of 3. And come with covering fire, which is now called quick draw. Reflex racks have +6 aim and come with vigilant, which was once advanced fire control. So no Overwatch penalty, but no crit chance still. The heavier armor, attack armor, comes with 3 hit points and hardened. Hardened has been reduced. It now reduces crit chance by 40%, and being exposed only increases your crit chance by 30%. So it's relatively the same for things that don't take cover, but it's a little less effective for things that do, because humans and aliens now get it. It also comes with 3 armor health, whereas attack armor comes with 2 armor health, like this one. And this person is wearing demo rigging. Alright, so let's see. How are we going to approach this map? Do we have... I got 1 HE grenade, a flashbang, and 1 med kit. That's tough. The HE grenade, we're going to want to guard this jealously, as it will let us do some serious work. Okay, some good news about this map and having lots of soldiers. There's only about 10 aliens on your first map.
On my way.
Moving to position.
Oops. Really meant to go into Overwatch before I did that, but hey. One tactic I'm gonna suggest now that you have more people that I've never actually done before is when you get in a solid position, you're pretty sure you're not going to be flanked. With the reflex racks that have vigilant, go into Overwatch so that you can catch alien pods as they activate.
On the move.
The rifleman racks, you might save them for later.
Getting it done. I feel, Commander. That's affirmative. On Overwatch. I'm on it, Commander.
So you see what I'm doing here.
I'm on it.
Alright, so if you have no contacts, I suggest steadying weapon on your rifles, as their Overwatch is not nearly as effective. Or simply advancing.
10-4. Look who's here.
Overwatch in general has been nerfed, but Vigilant and Killzone, which was previously called Opportunist, completely ignore that nerf, making them relatively better than they were. So this poor guy catches a lot of shit, and it's man down. So then check who you have steadied. She probably can't see anything. He's got my HE grenade, so I definitely want to be careful with him. Doesn't look like it can actually flank these guys. Do want to move towards that meld.
I'm on the move.
Let's advance up here. This guy has 2 grenades.
Enemy in sight.
I don't like that at all. And because he's got demolition rigging, he does have... Go back in your hole. No! Ah, the grenade dance fails me again. Okay, let's get someone up on the roof, since there appear to be aliens up there. That guy can't cut it. Looks like she's the only one. Since I can't get anyone else up there, I'm gonna go into Overwatch. This meld is on level number 2, huh?
On my way.
Let's move up here.
In sight.
Don't like that position as much as I did.
Moving out. Got it. Moving.
Advance. Alright, seeing as how that one grenade failed,
Headed there now.
let's just try and wipe this pod and another pod triggered. Let's try and make short work of this. We didn't even destroy his cover. Jeez.
Position confirmed. Roger, looking out. Heading out. Got it covered.
One of the reasons I have more soldiers is you got a lot more soldiers per mission. Is your soldiers are going to be wounded and dying more often. So there. He chose not to move. He only had a 35% chance to hit because he was wounded. Glad these guys aren't up on the roof and that they dropped down. Note that they do have the little green indicator showing that they have buffs of some kind. Let's take a look at them. Showcase some of my. Note he has about a 45% chance to hit. Oh, this guy, yes. Okay, we get a shot. I figured a shot. Overwatch was better than steady aim, because steady aim might be a complete waste. Jeez. Okay, 3 damage. Part of my Project Nemesis series is that damage is significantly lower. Note that didn't penetrate his armor, so he isn't looking at hospital time yet. Alright, so we can't attack aliens, can't see them. Who can we see? Okay, this alien is slightly out of our reflex rax range. Okay, let's look at this. Is that flanking?
Visual on the goods.
Nope. Okay, we want this guy to die. And I guess we're not going to get a very good grenade shot. Sigh.
On the move.
It's fine.
Here they come.
Note that a lot of aliens, not the bigger ones, but the less mass-intensive aliens, do actually have the ability to conceal themselves. Alright, okay, fine. We're just gonna waste grenades. We do have 10 people, so you do have a lot more grenades going on. Somehow that guy's not dead.
Moving out.
Pistol? Very nice.
Dead and gone.
He's a little close and a little flanking for my taste. How far is my grenade range?
Boy.
Let me check the stream chat. Yep, steady aim is great, like I said. I just saw your comment, anonymous watcher. What's my hit chance? 63. Oh, let's look at his perks. Elevate ground. Currently bringing it. So bring it on. Now currently bringing it. So bonus critical damage. This is incredibly deadly on aliens. at this point. We're going to kill and or wound this guy. Okay, well, at least the grenade did go where I thought it would instead of just going off the map. I have seen alien grenades simply get tossed off the map, which, I mean, is hilarious. And yet.
Moving out.
Can we get to that meld next turn? Ooh. Guess we chose a little poor positioning here. Okay, there's someone with Bring It On. You want to wound them, if you have Red Fog, that is, as soon as possible to prevent them from getting off those really deadly shots. We're going to get into heavy cover for the increased damage reduction it offers. So there's a drone, huh? That drone is going to be trouble. I should have actually saved this guy because he had the HE charges, which is the old demo grenade. He has heat anti-material charges, which is heat warheads, which means his needle grade would have done great work against this drone here. Okay, now, when you damage the drone, it's got very low DR, but it also has damage control, so its DR will go up a lot when you wound it. But that will be temporary. However, it also has other things going for it. I'll note also that my rookies have 1 additional health. Oh, that guy was concealed. Okay. Thankfully that was a miss. 45% chance. You are one of the luckiest. Okay, we got a decent chance to hit it. And even though we wouldn't do much damage with our weapon, we want to hit it because that drone has repair servos. And when you... I think you don't even have to damage it, you just hit it. Now, drones also don't do much damage unless they crit. But their little drone flares do actually have a solid chance. Well, are very likely to hit. And
Got it.
they, what is it? Oh, they can disrupt steady aim, things like that. Okay, rifleman rack. Probably one of the only things that can actually damage this if I hit it. Ooh, we score low on the damage. Note that his damage reduction has gone up. Okay, toying around with the drone. As long as we're in cover and it doesn't flank us, we're gonna be good. So let's not bother with it too much. That does mean this character's in a bad place. But we got the meld. If we can score a hit on that guy, that would be awesome. Might consider no. All you can see is the drone. I don't think the drone can actually get inside here. That guy is a problem. Okay, we got a flank on that guy, but I would love for this one to die. 42% chance is a little low. let's go for the guarantee. This guy is not much of a threat to us.
Target's still up.
It's a little more guaranteed, though obviously not completely. So with this guy a little forward, we do want a little more safety.
Heading out.
This guy's got a bunch of useful grenades. This is just gonna let us run over these guys. Oh, what? We didn't get that one? A little bit of Overwatch doesn't hurt. Since this guy is such a popular target, let's actually pull him away from most of these alien sight range. Maybe we can keep anyone from going to the hospital. His grenade range is good, but not that good, huh?
Back in action.
I'm on it, Commander.
On the move.
Remember that Mind Merge does increase the crit chance, and with the new crit chances, it is a lot of increase. This guy is very likely to survive this grenade,
Going out.
but that should keep him from being too threatening. And these guys are, of course, disoriented. Mind Merge on a sectoid that has Bring It On is going to be very, very deadly.
No! I want to go home!
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just gonna mind noodle this guy, maybe into the hospital. Yeah, I figured the reflex racks are good. Little accuracy and more effective Overwatch are the best tools you have on this first mission.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, she's got a rifleman rack, which means the chance of her doing 4 damage on a hit is pretty good. At least 4 damage is like a 75% chance. Note the critical chance isn't as good as it has been.
See you in hell.
Alright, now they're all wounded. We can probably wrap this up without incident. As long as we can take this damn drone out. Remember that damaging it prevents repairs. Actually, I don't think it healed. Maybe it doesn't have repair servos.
Heading to that location.
Let's move up here, see what his shot can do for us. All the windows are being broken.
Missed. On my way.
Okay, I think that drone's ability to move is pretty limited. Its mobility should be reduced by about 6. We're gonna take this shot. 37 isn't great, but if it works out, that leaves us free to flank here. Pistol when you can. Ammo is precious because reloading costs you actions and using up too many actions for no good reason costs you lives. Okay, we're gonna move back to here in case that sectoid decides to make some unconscionable move. We need a little bit of overwatch over here. Thankfully missed. That's a lot of 40% chances to hit that missed. Fine with that. This guy is impaired by red fog. That drone is as well. Mechanical units start suffering when they're at half health or less. It's the way of the world. Now we want all of our riflemen to try and shoot this drone because they're the ones who can actually do enough damage with their weapons to get through. Oops, I should have stayed on my pistol. I know we're towards the end of the mission, but good habits die hard. Not enough, huh? Well, this guy's only got pistol ammo. Okay, I would love to be in cover and targeting this, so I'm gonna go here. Yeah, drones are not very deadly. Oh, really? Lame. Okay, this is also a good spot, right? Good. Perfect.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander.
Alright, so there you have it. That was some Project Nemesis right there. Tougher aliens, randomized perks, a lot more perks per aliens. I reduced the stat bonuses and put perks in their stead because perks are generally more interesting. And so some perks indicate a raw stat boost over the regular, like a variant. But then if you've autopsied them, you can see that that stat boost is in effect, letting you adjust your tactics a little bit per enemy. So when I did include raw stat boosts, it was pretty much only on leaders. Everyone else just gets perks. So if you see cautious or caution, I can't remember what it's called, then you'll know that alien has +5 defense because it says so. Alright, nope. Everyone who got a kill leveled up. Those who didn't did not.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded and the
7
research team
sectoids,
is
a
waiting
drone,
orders.
8 fragments,
Started as soon as
2
we get the
meld.
order, Commander.
Nice. Okay, so let's take one look at the barracks. You'll note that the XP amounts are halved. That's because dynamic war. They are effectively the same. Fatigue times are the same, wound times will be the same, but there will be many more missions. Let's go to engineering. Note that building things, pretty much the same. You do start with a bunch of credits. Motion trackers are awesome. You are going to want to build, I would say, I would immediately build 2 satellites.
We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
And that next uplink immediately.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
And I'm gonna go. You definitely want a satellite spam, but the spam this time isn't for continent bonuses. It's actually to keep your monthly income high, because otherwise you're gonna get wrecked. So I'm gonna dig down and prepare myself. Note how everything seems the same despite me having 30 engineers. Here we have 30 scientists to start with. Starting new research. I did make these easier than Dynamic War would normally allow them to be, so that you could actually start researching after your first mission because I think it's lame if you can't. I am gonna start. Alien weaponry leads to scopes. Scopes now allow you to have some squad sight. Xenobiology leads to faster research times. I'm going to go for that because I'm not going to be able to afford a lab anytime soon, but they're both fine choices. Ballistic weapons do have slight squad sight advantages if their assault rifle are larger in Project Nemesis and this mod.
So we should plan our deployments carefully.
You're going to want to pay more attention to the requests for satellites as that trade you engineers, as since you're spreading satellites across the globe now is part of your primary strategy, you're going to want those want to hit those bonuses. Alright, let's take one of these down. Interceptors are the same cost. I might change that. The air war, still have to think about. You're gonna need more interceptors for sure, but you have a lot more income, so maybe I don't have to make them cheaper.
Contact lost.
Well, that was ineffective.
Contact detected.
That's why I'm not naming them till they get a kill. I don't know if he's gonna catch it. Whew. Note that in the first month, UFOs cannot be destroyed. They will always generate missions.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on Bogey.
It's just something that went into Long War recently, and I think this is a fine option.
Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out.
Can't really change. I think I already said that. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this up soon.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify.
Well, you'll note that this guy showed up in a couple days. The mission pace is much increased.
Still in one piece.
Still in one piece. Maybe we can use it. So, let's see. What time is it? 2:01? Yeah. Got stuff to do at 2:30. Yeah, see, these guys only had 2 days to recover. Nothing got built yet. That's about the pace you can expect. It's about a mission every 3 days. You will have more troops. They are more effective thanks to my tactical sense overhaul. We can take a little look for those of you that might not know. This guy's solid health, low aim, moderate movement, good defense. Suggests what to me? Gunner, probably a good choice. They don't need aim, especially suppression focused gunners. You can make anyone anything if you go with a sleeper class that begins with neural damping. And of course command is always a solid choice. I'm gonna go with command. So let's look at the perks. You get a lot more powerful perks early on. If you're watching my channel, you probably already know this. This should help you, especially with the increased squad size and the relatively increased XP gain. Really take it to the aliens at first until the alien research starts to really ramp up, which happens rather quickly here. The air war should stay relatively the same, but the tactical game, aliens are going to get pretty intense pretty fast. So do as much as you can in the early game, because later on things are going to be tougher. Of course, you'll have a whole roster of troops, because note that we have 8 troops here that we sent on one mission are fatigued. That is, we have 42 troops total. Which is odd. Why do I have 42? Oh, because of the squad size increase, you get 2 extra rookies. Oh, no. No, it's because of the shivs. Yeah, so, you're going to totally use up all your barracks every month, all the time. Exhaustion is something you're going to have to learn to manage differently, and buying troops is something you're going to want to consider. Alright, so I am going to wrap up this live stream. If you watched, thanks for watching. And I will be doing more live streaming events. Maybe I'll live stream all of my recording. Mostly happens on weekends and evenings, Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, so stay tuned. And yep, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.